Cherry, when I was so shown when you program be about one more year, see me, who do and show it to me at all, bet me a program, and I feel so I fadi out the funny bet me up. Wow, baby, we have a bonus said your show, Bebanino, Mobet me so I ye ever ho, a day am my quick one, and now you won't come over some you know I was here to free ho, ever can you pay segment so and run. Na enkwafo akeka me ho se ase documents bi ni naninam wiem me so asem bi ho na meti ayi na pese me pini ho na me ankasa me di mani ehu bi na me beka asem na matimi aka na maka ni ye na makoka yese enti most of times no issues do na bi ho a me ya me pese me ka me say ene ade ni kura me na chese me ka enkwafo akeka se chief justice petition ayede ekoyi no ana se yede suspend sisi a council of state any committee a amamra na say president was so faso na yetimi aso yehwe ni niema mu ana say petition ni mu no documents ne bia leaki o ma panya tra de document no leaki and free ho but the response na no wode ba na say de copy nkrofo no ene ma petition mu nsem apie ama ono ane response on so a ode koe ne ebia pie etinyame adom ene manya bi petition ni nyina bi wa ha and a response no the choir ni nyina so bi wo ha ene ye beka ba akopɛ ho asɛm Monday 2 na aka ne ye beka ho asɛm me san yere me ho sɛ additional 2 no mpo a kyire ye sɛ nura sɛ na no ekoka ho no ma yere me ho sɛ bi no so menya etia na petition no ba ko mekan ne sɛm a ewom na ye wia ne response or the choir no eno so copy ye bekan na ye nyina ye hu because we have to be on the same page na nke no kwanse ye hu eno ono apese ye hu ne ye hu ene ye saka document ni bi ntime pa cho ase bi wo ho no ma wo kan wa kyerem na obi atimi ate ase na kwankwa se political way chance bi no obi ye na enra metena se ebu nkompo ko machi ena me hwe aloyafo anu wo ma ben ewo MPP mu time mama me Charlotte say case ne ba pa twa nche be kwa ma so akodi nkomo bi aba enra ye nyane tie se na Cortis Control Commission wo mo akwachi enuboni bi nti ye hwe na ye di san komo no etew ansampo na yatoa so enra me hu se lawyers for bebre a wo mo ewo NPP mu time a Charlotte say case ne ba ye no obo no mo chirechire mu ekotu mmra ne se de mmra ne ka. And then was some of the videos I met body amount. Godfrey Dami Asamra no na oye Attorney General. Yera Kwakubako Eddie Asamu Kopia court to say on CSA the reason why was a Charlotte say a pamano because we petition no grandpa or Chile say the petition was unsigned. Petition now. President is in Saka, yes, I'm Nakufado. Eka San and Sakantia, what's in who committee? I'm a council of state at Semno. So now what the air pump Charlotte was saying. The petition was unsigned, as it will be unsigned. And I say, any power which your petition no so crano, Yansha, who are we yet see, and I say, 1 more year to my 4 more electoral commission, and no much Troy. It's the Wusha Samrano, the one with me at the 1992 constitution, and run system. Now, as a way, no, I'm done the BB, and I'm a dream one, Mentia. Some brothers are law and Casano. And assembly be a honoma, Ubewini after a lawyer for no map, why no much him. But and Yamani Bua, Yano so I Ghana for now, Sabi Yako school Cacrano. You bet to me your common sense are fast, no analyze it, simple. It's in a make a choice and that document and a kind. Na afa allegation na nipa ne ye no ye beka allegations no ye wia ne ya kan Chief Justice ankasa da numu asem a otworo ya wode akoma president say na ye ni muaye. It's very simple na asem no enye komsi bia enye yesi aka debi document no e no lie enu an de hey enti ye be kan na afa yetimi atoa so but enra na Cortis Control Commission ye nya nti asem wo mo koye operation bia wo mo ekwachi enubone a chese na nipa bi pese wo mo de fa kwachi kwan so ekokoton na wo hwe enubone ne dodo a ebi wompa me hasa ya sabeka lawyer Chumberima wono eno ye deputy director general Emma na Cortis Control Commission na ye ne no edi asem ho nkomotew because me nyati chief of justice chief justice asem ni mu a facha me chief justice issue ni mu a anhra na meba machi no na ache enti me pacho me estimate mo kekansi ani ntem na afa yenhwe na lawyer emmo ye mu ni ye hu operation no ba bi omo ye ene tip off no de wa esi kofa ye nyina na enkrofo no mo ye involve no so ye wo mo den ni nyina eye enkomo e wose ye di anopai na ye hu baby a na Quarters Control Commission adwuma wo mo ye na be kwa kwesi because when they am say tosum yenu NDC ba ban mu wo ma chi cocaine. That's the reason why until Fadjo and Trona will be dear no answer then yan be so or the buy time. Makato say Yamia Duma next week. Easy to containers and Yantabanya Tuno. Questions be brave, what's your pizza? It's Yamia Duma next week, baby Sasa questions. Once I easy just an aquada. Containers and Yantabanya Tuno. Once I say aquada. Enkwadae media aseme dan menyane no na afem kofa adwena baso sa asem bi sa wo ho enti container 40 feet container de enti mi nya ntaban entu enti nyame ya adoma from next week there are so many questions I was yebisa e was ECG containers no eho enti yebisa na ya hwese dia issue no esi etie na ya bisa gwafre damene ne nkofo wo mo court wo chief justice asem no ya another day conversation and na Afenyo Yera Dominic anyene current attorney general asem no da ban ne yekoso because cha na ejo honorable John Jinapo da ban na asem no mu biem minimal process corona moye no asa de ade ne eko slow motion no say we acting chief justice and any abre we mandate for all the cases ni bi wo no mu a na ka you get to tokuno chief justice wo de ato nchen and na che say we already interest no eko ba bia na wa sheda the date akoshe ba bia yanka ne sisi a say na ni abre pa lawyer Chumberima wo ahoma no eso lawyer Pacho what me ka no pay good morning.
Good morning.
Me Pacho boko de Pacha me am ni me say wa bre na me sai enya ne wo anopa ya no adwuma mo ye no ye bo ma paso mo bo adwuma pa wadaroma obetimi ama ye mu nhyemu kakra.
Well, I'm sure. I think there were 2 days ago. Another 7 over, selling to you to information nice. Your men were not airport alongside aviation security for the Oma Breakin. Be officership people came in. So when the call came, I went there. I took permission from my boss, and I went there. And he got another side in the crowd. And then we brought them the suspects and as it is to our end for detention.
Hello, lawyer.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Aha. Enti wadaroma niema na mochi ya no na ne dodo be say mu duro be ya he.
The weight, I think it's about 80-something kg, if I'm right. But the one there is 73.
Okay.
The weight, I don't know what I'm getting the figure right, but I think it's around 80-something kg or so.
Okay. Okay. Now, wadaroma nipa no mo ye involve no Afenyo mo be investigations though, but wo mo ye nkrophobia betimi aka se ebi omo ye bibi sa deda. Ebi obi wa ne track record no kire se adwuma a oye no.
Well, then maybe the investigations will bring it out. But for now, we have 4 people. And the investigation will tell how deep or light they have been into this thing.
Okay. Okay. Obi baka say we ya machi na chese ne ye ranti for do asem wo keka ye. Obi baka say na asem wo ka no kra na no kra say obi di ko ke hudwa.
Ono je na kan na won je na coming fin.
But this is the second time I'm watching in Ubone Bisa Muazumi office. And then does it mean that previously no system no na nya adwuma and go for the twam na yenhunu. What does it say?
It tells you that there is leadership at narcotics.
Okay.
The person that President Muhammad gave that office to, Brigadier General Manti, is a man of integrity. The 2 people are can't say and we are also men of integrity.
Okay.
And under his leadership, nothing will burn or care. And so what thing was I say and you need not as in the name for no ma. Into what it's as simple as that.
Okay.
And see what one didn't hear one of the one can come with you.
Okay. Perhaps now, so on share that member information be
why ain't for you?
Bachuane.
Well, so far as narcotics concerned, they only and delay.
Okay, all right. Lawyer Mamina was here no penny chimwa. What they am I am sure after the investigations and also nobody who come or share baby and true. Thank you very much. All right. Lawyer Chumberima, Deputy Director General for Narcotics Control Commission, and Yanena Kwakudim community. Just say cocaine now, ultimately say Yadian for the because I am for Timinia energy. Timinia could do the before one day. Yamina, we are more than say, Yachi, one. Okay, quick one. Young Chief Justice issue no as my catcher said, and Rameti as you documented and Rami was your honorable Japanes a crab what they analysis. I didn't see the documented there was a copy. And to be a ram, so many documents in me be a grandma pepiaba. Now, me home no much TV no, and quiet as some Crawford, the other monkey can have been here, so you upon a home, Niaka, a crime of also in your document me. Yanko upon them a dancing. Enti ya na ya be kan document ya be to TV no so enti opa ya de to so na so screenshot ya dance enti document no e wo ha ya de soft copy no e be to TV no so ya kan konya na so kan but me no me to me bo me nyana najo be ya 11 ana me ya se me kan ni gina ana me kan ni gina Ghana for ya judiciary na e wo ho no say yam for ye na ye nsi from say on my na yama pere ye ne eniema bi ansesa wo ho a wonu abi ne ye de ne ne wonim da abekọ ho ye de bi bedi me wa experience a manya e wo court eno no e my personal experience of which I know say said yankofo ani ambra wo mo call for reset and a change with the judicial system no no. I think I will back that decision say yenya proper reset with your judiciary ho because when we say Ghana ha no se bibia feli ya ye need that one court and as I say yenyira ya sabati ye wan se asa court ne nka no kore say Ghana for nyina ni gidie wo court nim and we are judge you we are lawyer I was say what ase say I was say ya research ho na Ghana for nya adwen foforo Ghana for nya another image for judicial system na esi ho no ho enti Ghana ba association ne mu amaka ho amoya lawyer for amabenya asa asem no mo pesa mo massage no mama massage no truth must be told judicial system na wo sisi ano aya corrupt. Some of them are being corrupt, and for that reason, are tarnishing the whole image of the judicial system. It is a minimum, and Kayabeti as say, young research a honor. Because I say Ghana, and Jibukra, baby, your last hope, and your court can never disappoint us. Court cannot disappoint us. And this is to say, Ghana for the GD or court no more. Nanya, as some years so paiswa, Yabakwa in. That's the most dangerous aspect of Nkoma Yedi. Na se nipa wono na ye panyina wadano. Was say no matter the noise you make, the law is the law. And yam na meka your Chief Justice, ma me get to tokuno no ane kai. The video is even on my page. You can go and search your attitude on Facebook. The video ni da ho. I say no matter the noise you make, and found when the guy you pay, the law is the law. Timaka just said me videos bi amekwa ma me kan document ni wi a mebo videos bi ama na fa ya bisa ye ho say enye mrakro na ne ye defend ada what has changed kwekwa no fa document no petition no ento so patwa na ye be kan ba ko ye bre ni tinyame ya doma na suke be kan ba e dia aka no enso e dia mamo petition away aye Kingsley Ejay, chairman and convener, the Shining Stars of Ghana, Accra. Me patron the telephone number esho. Ejani nyina na meka because Addo but mekone allegations na oye no so ye wi a na afa yetimi akọ chief justice so ne response a wode maye on that particular allegations enti wo hwa esoro hanoma petition for removal of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, her leadership, Getrick Saki Tokuno. And wama ye preamble and I watch the reasons in here or try Ediama president is on pump chief justice. Number one, a stated misbehavior, and number two, a incompetence. And wama ye legal basis of the petition no granted on Article 146 subsection 1 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. It's what try and run the Akanina and I watch them stated misbehavior no so the Abama Obisubai I misbehavior say oye chief justice in the ye me ba cho ni case ni nie case of action of our petition ti ba cho straight next page where preamble no ti next page e ho na sam na nka so de kwaba president no e ho de wo ba cho enim o say on 30th May 2024 the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana officially wrote a proposal to the then President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo to appoint 5 judges to the Supreme Court. In her proposal, she added that I write to respectfully request that the following judges be appointed to the Supreme Court of Ghana. And her Leadership Justice Angelina Mensah Homia, and her Lordship Justice Eric Che Bafo, her Lordship Justice Edward Amwako Asante, her Leadership Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Granton, and her Leadership Justice Efia Asari Boche. I said the above action taken by the Chief Justice was in breach of Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. It is pertinent to cite that the entire provision of Article 144 at this moment that read into Article 144 clause 1 now or no so Chief Justice a breach no say and there was some kind of the Chief Justice shall be appointed by the President acting in consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. 1442 subsection 2. The other Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by the President acting on the advice of the Judicial Council in consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. And 144 subsection 2 no extra ekwanya ya pese ya the Supreme Court judges ekwaka ho a ekwa ya fa so ebeyi wo mo Chief Justice enka ho eno no a president no in consultation with the Judicial Council and Council of State eno mo yi wo mo. And 144 subsection 3, justices of the Court of Appeal and of the High Court and chairman of regional tribunals shall be appointed by the President acting on the advice of the Judicial Council. Enti so Chief Justice ni wonim 144 subsection 4, panel members of the regional tribunals other than the chairman shall be appointed by the Chief Justice in consultation with the regional coordinating council for the region and on the advice of the Judicial Council. And a Chief Justice Bem. But Chief Justice Mami Getutokuno actual kata the President and what Yakunyaso Sabre and another Danko Kufado. Emma no a list of 5 judges or person of Supreme Court. And no Chief Justice Ajuma into a Pumranoso. No matter the noise you make, the law is the law. Simple. And our quote tuning in out of incompetence by the Chief Justice. And no, I am a second allegation our year. I say on 15th October 2024, until the first allegation, our breaching constitution, and on a makanya no, we are not the kind response in the amount. On 15th of October 2024, Honorable Alexander Afenyo invoked the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court under Article 2, subsection 10B of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The plaintiff invocation was activated by a dispute surrounding the filing of nominations by some members of Parliament intending to contest upcoming December elections. 2024 general election, either under the ticket of different parties or as independent candidates. Among the issues set down by the plaintiff for determination, emphasis on issue 7 for the purpose of this petition is Mepacha Hanama Mincho Mukakra. Where time our Honorable Afenyo Supreme Court to say members of parliament Bia Omujina on the ticket of NPP. Wamuya so muko independence. Wamujina on the ticket of NDC. Wamuya so muko independence. Now Obi ya independence, yes, or on the ticket of NPP. Now Speaker Edikala wamu seat no vacant based on the law. Because a party there do about parliament, what's the affair? They are winning in Nikasubomu Biamudia. And was here declare was seat no vacant. A brewamwa, and was sunk here by election now party, and didn't pass from Bessia Nemu near to Abandaman because MPP in a parliament. That's also MPP, you might not parliament already. You went to parliament on the ticket of the party. Independent so now after dia wo pound or some party be din wa wo constituency for no ahwe wo party kala ne to abamawo as the independent candidate and this a wo political party be so dia na chese and also we sit na we say declare vacant. The law is the law. And this some na Afenyo market the court no and no and a petitioner no was cited here as number 2. In our opinion, the Chief Justice who presided over the suit to determine whether or not the Speaker of Parliament was in breach of the rules of natural justice, rather breached same rules in the process of making such determination, which amounts to incompetence. Our claims to substantiate by the ruling of Afenyo versus Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General and other written number were dated 12 November 2024, in which the court stated that notably, the first defendant filed no process in answer to this action. Our understanding is that at the time of ruling on the above suit, the court had no affidavit form from the Speaker of Parliament being the first defendant. The court also stated that, however, a further step taken 2 days after the issuance of this writ, the first defendant issued a statement captured in the official report of parliamentary debate on October 17, 2024. In the first 10 pages of that official report, the first defendant delivered a response to a statement made by the Honorable Minority Leader, in which he recognized that he was making a formal response in relation to a matter of significant parliamentary and constitutional importance. He said that he had been called on to follow precedent and declare vacant the seat of 4 members of Parliament pursuant to Article 97, subsection 1G and H of the Constitution. Certain members of Parliament have taken action that contravene the provision of Article 97, subsection 1G and Article 97, subsection 1H. The above statement by the court confirmed our claims that the court had no affidavit from the fair defendants before ruling on the matter. Into the Tosumienu allegation at Tosumienu, plaintiff no at the Ecoye. And as a petitioner no at the comma President John Dramani Mahama. And the petition the kind as a Chief Justice and Mrana was here Yamrano, one Kasa Buso, and my list. President says, I the person as you up in team. Maybe some may appoint to a Supreme Court. Abrana and Juma into a boom rasho. Maybe I try young response from the Chief Justice. But your Chief Justice and also the response of the choir was and send me yes shining stars. And the Aquama President John Dramani Mahama and no and I can't see when you waiting free so now to me and to us. We shall answer responses to charges in petition for the removal of the Honorable Chief Justice by Shining Stars of Ghana, represented by Minister Kingsley Ejay. It will also Obama Emmanuel the Ekafa Hunyina. Respectfully, the petitioners represented by the convener of the group have petitioned for the removal of the Chief Justice on grounds of stated misbehavior and incompetence pursuant to Article 146, subsection 1 of the 1992 Constitution. The convener states that in the context of the petition, incompetence means inability to maintain high judicial standard as a result of improper administration of judicial procedures. First complaint, the petitioner refers to a letter written by the Chief Justice to His Excellency President Akufo-Addo requesting for the appointment of 5 justices of the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court and urges that this act was in breach of page 1 of Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution, and so the Chief Justice should be removed from office to restore dignity and public confidence in the office. Was it my humble response? On 17th December 2024, one Professor Asari presented a petition on inter alia, this same issue, to President of the Republic of Ghana. He saw the same relief sought by the current petitioner, thereby invoking the process set out under Article 146 for the removal of the Superior Court Justice, including Chief Justice. Your Excellency, the then President, His Excellency Akufo-Addo, referred the petition to the Council of State. After requesting for the responses of the Chief Justice, I submitted my response to the President. The President, in consultation with the Council of State, conducted a consideration of whether the petition on this subject matter raises a prima facie case for removal of the Chief Justice. The determination of the President, in consultation with the Council of State on this subject matter, and found on pages 7 and 8 of their determination of a prima facie case, set out the factual background to the request complained about. I humbly submit a copy of that determination dated 3rd January 2025 as Exhibit SS1. The third determination of the President and the Council of State further quoted from the decision of the Supreme Court in the Ghana Bar Association and others versus Attorney General and Anthony Sky versus Attorney General, page 2. Tidinina documents are Ochese or the account. Danso Echampo versus Attorney and also the written numbers in Achishahom. The first quote came from the opinion of the court articulated by Doche, found on page 897 in these ways. Response was the Chief Justice Edema President John Dramani Mahama no wafama no based on the Makai wafama no because or refer response Awadema Akufo-Addo. And the response Nankasa was say Chief Justice Tias say yes, meaning who quine some may appoint Chief Justice and as a Supreme Court judges. Chief Justice in who quine Emrano, Sir Obama Obiako as Supreme Court judge, and your President in consultation of the Judicial Council and Council of State, Sana America. And the Chief Justice Wajuma and Kawajuma. In this response, Mama get to Tokuno, Wama President Mahama response. Namo attaching response no de koma Akufo-Addo. Or no cancer or shall response na asam no nyansa bia nim to abatu agu no. Mobe kaya se obidi kind asam no ekoma Akufo-Addo say na Chief Justice aye wapu bra so ntipam no. Ana Akufo-Addo ekas one man response get you to kunu de kwama Akufo-Addo no sa response no ana wakope yakope po wakam ana de attach to sadia way ana de akwakoma President say onimu aya bia ama no ekasa mu aya no de ma Akufo-Addo no anyam na make a document no lie. It was a attach sa response no as Exhibit SS1. It's President Mahama kwa kan Akufo-Addo response no fa me adwuma mboa. Acho we nya mra na make sisi ya we common sense ade na make am. Mene Smith wo we. Mene Smith ye adwuma. Na obi adi kan de asama kwa akoma me fa ne say bia Kofi Asuman sa me no Kofi na ye adwuma eno bi di asama to cement so say waye say Kofi Asuman so da bi asabi dia me hwabu no me no nya adwen me ne cement sha asese ye adwuma eno bi di the say asam kro na on sisaye bi anim eno ade abra me say asuma si obenti a woni ne ye adwuma waye say nti me susu say woni ne ye adwuma enye ye na cement ba be ya no a o se me nyi wa no anu ye na mde ma Kofi Asuma na onu hwe mu o se wono wabo asem na tuagu no eno na me de bra na aha de wa Kofi Asuma adwen no sa na me medwen Dabi anya sa na medwen eti ne papa mu a wasanka Chief Justice Tenase no responded to allegation na ya de ato so no se wa bum mra so no dan se wo copy cut and paste photocopy of Akufo response and you not President Mahama say eno no no mfanya adwuma na de wa Akufo dwen no sa na President Mahama odwen wo the wa Council of State ya na Akufo no mo ye adwuma ne dwen no sa na current Council of State so sa na mo dwen me boa. So you see where Chief Justice na kasakura all mantam ne ho, because if no matter the noise you make, the law is the law dear. Na kanya wunia no atako 144 subsection 1 who accuse me wahri say na mraneka say na me ye it means as Chief Justice I don't know why she did it. And to my child, my young quite a second response no eso and Afenyo no second complaint. It is made to question, I think, page 3, one no, second complaint. No, also the petitioner questions the decision of the Supreme Court in the case of Afenyo versus Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General suit number J1022025. He complains that from the facts and issues and the ruling of the page 4. Just the Chief Justice who presided over the suit was in breach of rules of natural justice. Humbly, the petition misses 2 critical points. The hearing and decisions complained about are the decisions of the Supreme Court and not the decisions of the Chief Justice. It was here some no muditia speaker no and you no kwana judges no more Supreme Court no mu nyina madwen. The Supreme Court is always composed of not fewer than 5 justices for the exercise of its judicial functions under Article 128 of the 1992 Constitution, except when its work is executed by a single justice of the court under Article 134. In the conduct of the work of the Supreme Court, the presiding judge, whether the Chief Justice or another senior member of the court, is not the court, and none of the judges who participate in a decision can be singled out for criticisms of the legal import of effects of the court's work. At the end of proceedings by each panel of the Supreme Court, all judges sign the record created, indicating their concurrence in the record of the court. Article 127 on independence of the judiciary also provide Article 127 subsection 3. A justice of the Superior Court or any person exercising judicial power shall not be liable to any action or suit for any act of omission by him in the exercise of the judicial power. It is therefore humbly submitted that the Chief Justice cannot be subject to the onerous procedure of being removed from office on account of the decision. This is especially so when judicial decision may be re-examined only through judicial process that are provided by law. Humbly submitted. A leadership Justice Gertrude Saki Tokuno, Chief Justice. Shining Star petition or the choir Makaya Mount. Chief Justice response or the choir Makaya Mount. Now back to Asema Pesa Mekameche, Namafa course. Chief Justice Amayati Asia say, no matter the noise you make, the law is the law. Me pachawo, Adena NPP for some no walk up. The Amentia Sianunie, and Smith is an extra video that I read for 2 mommy. These were lawyers a wama be were MPP wo mususu say samra no na Addo Danko Akufo-Addo ano aye president no de mra na aye adwuma although enipa wo mo ko samai na so mo cho petition emfa Charlotte say ho no besi na ya hu omo what can I say yera ya kana say kwaku baako anya na say ya say nyama bi aye bibia kwaku baako is one of the credible journalists you can come across. Why are very credible na say wama ne ho kwa ma nkrofo bi ye yomo ne ma na say chidi ana nkrofo wodi mu no ayira ba me so I trust kwaku baako senior or senior me trust no kwaku baako di asam no court supreme court to say eniema wo mo ka for Charlotte say ho say enu nti wo mo peso mo yi na die no asam no wo de toto mra no mu a ene mra de fa enti ade na Addo Danko Akufo-Addo peso wa ye no supreme court no enhwe na wo mo stop no enya sa or set president bi ato ho a enya de be boa wo mo a ye do wo mo ko sa position no because it is assume say sanan kofo kwa ni say yetimi pam wo mo a na akokodura na ba nkrofo mo say ye petition kwa ma president no na eni ho over the years say bia obi eye bibia Ghana for the ye ni mo ane say ja ye maami awu na ye nua ye nim say the principal so chief justice the time so no akọ pension ye nim say the principal so or electoral commissioner the time so akọ pension it is a bibi mposi a ebi a management level and wo ka ne yenti a fine maybe they be talking about those things na Addo Danko Akufo-Addo and the be a crata na so me hu say embra no we are Ghana ni a wutimi kwamra na nim we are Ghana na wutimi challenge law no ona bi obuku no mo ana obi aka buku ni bi so Owusu video ni ya ready me ba twa kwe kwanta mo ko mo fa to so na fe wutie esro Owusu asem wo kaaye wa kira say o say enye nipa wa point ana determine wo faith eyamra no enyamra mkai wo ka wo news fa samra no a lawyer for kuku damano mo NPP mu na no mo defend asem no honorable Afenyo on the same news file he defended it. The reasons why and what's a Ghana for Jaiman and Akufo-Addo ye the juma de mra ni ye juma enti ana de na asesa smith we waste me time on fa extra video don't so ne yakoya ni time so please don't waste time tap code already assembly bi wa hono ma enye so obi body tinum keke da aka but put free ni pana no then you know say enye dede no obi ye wo enti akosua de ye wonye nipa ya mansa na ye nipa me boa Chief Justice where the patch Charlotte was say. Chief Justice or your Obama, a Charlotte say me kwa. I didn't know honey Ghana for year running you. Say ma Miranda ye Juma said your Miranda was a year Juma. And yet then I fed you be more than a PR. And your man the same Emrano. And then a woman won't cry when I must see you. One I'm okay at that time no. Say and then the NCSM now President Akufo-Addo Samrano. Running your juma now say Emrano ko pupo Charlotte say ya Emrano will do it course and Emrano do the course obia ni wa ka cha na Addo Danko Akufo-Addo say irrespective say no obia ni say ya agenda no you su mrano eti mrana na mo di defend eti ade na sesai ade na asesa and obia ni abre na the be demonstration we hit the street and our street ni dia ho utime hete Mokancha na be street no e so by tre otime hete obi opeto ya demonstration wa hu bia no otime hete street ama mo ti obi akwa for demonstration eh right we come be some here demonstration na we see me kwaya me bube fu pa mo fa Islam tumni anko it is not the person who appoints you mo ma vado mo bia mu na obi anti bi even for those of us the people you handpick as executives sometimes are the ones who stand against you the most. The important thing is to have, and I'm sure that knowing the president, he would be mindful of the national interest. It is not the person who appoints you who will determine your fate. Even for those of us at the lower level, the people you handpick as executives are the ones who stand against you the most. The important thing is to have, and I'm sure that knowing the president, he would be mindful of the national interest.
in the people he appoints to head these positions. I'm sure that left to him alone, he wouldn't want any cloud to be against re-election that is going to happen in 2020 anyway. And to think for people to even allege that he cleared the EC so that he would put people who would vote for him there. You know, he probably, and I'm sure that this result isn't what he personally would have wished, you know, because he would have wanted some other results to have been the outcome of these investigations, but of the national interest in the people he appoints to head these positions. I'm sure that left to him alone, he wouldn't want any cloud to be against his re-election in 2020 anyway. And to think for people to even allege that he cleared the EC so that he would put people who would vote for him there. You know, he probably, and I'm sure that this result isn't what he personally would have wished, you know, because he would have wanted some other results to have been the outcome of these investigations. But he's bound to accept what has happened and work with it and implement the recommendations as is. But I have no doubt that he will appoint public-spirited individuals who would act in the best interest of the nation to head this very important constitutional body that we have in the interest of Ghana.
President is being bound. President is being bound by the recommendation. No matter the noise you make, the law is the law. The law is the law. And as Owusu say, some man na kufa do kranya and Kabianka outcome no be different be nan kan koye to say Ghana for beka say be opam Charlotte say be ya obetimi win 2020 elections me ba cha no dey see ya agenda no be any, but the law was the law. The law was the law. Give me go Fredame. Kwakuba akodi asam no kopie mu court no. Samra no na me brei. Ye sha dan fa ne fa kwa bisu na say microphobia corrupt no makwa koye. Listen to Fredame.
I don't agree because, as I indicated, the performance of government is part of the core duties of the Electoral Commissioner. Indeed, Article 45 paragraph F of the Constitution, the Electoral Commissioner shall perform such functions as may be prescribed by law. The Procurement Act is one of such laws of Ghana, and therefore he or she necessarily required to uphold those provisions. And therefore, when he or she falls foul of the provisions of the Act, clearly is a very serious matter which should count application for release or hair removal as the case may be. Indeed, it is very important to note that the Procurement Act itself stipulates that a breach of any of the provisions of the Act constitutes an offence. The punishment for such a breach is imprisonment of up to 5 years in prison. So how can one reasonably contend that an act done which can land a person in jail is not good enough to count a removal from office of that person? I think that the Electoral Commission is a very important institution of state, and the functions imposed on it by the Constitution are also very onerous and has far-reaching implications for all of us as a citizen. And therefore, the Electoral Commission, who is the head, or the chairperson who is the head of that entity, ought to really act upon the laws of Ghana. And the Supreme Court is observed. Performance of procurement duties really constitutes much of the core functions of the Electoral Commission. So if you go by the pages on argument, clearly.
And so Godfrey Dame, former Attorney General, no Kwachiramu, Chesen who defended in the put some kind or say Nana Kufado cries, why are you? Because procurement breaches in I had 2 Charlotte says so no. The Papa Monko Betimia for Jamba Field. Now they'll say, you know, we want what Domini say, Yapamuna Kofia, when can no see some and no say who and no say what's it, or since you want Brana. Which we say, President, or Charlotte was said in the year because procurement breaches here, one them crack and if you that was Godfrey Dame. Where Supreme Court ruling what they embark Kuba Kwasam to Guye. And the other person Ranubaya Juma, and then I made woman Siasa. Says when you bring my father, some no work up, and then the law is a law, and Yajuma. Muya sana mama jaya yankwa law school ibi kwano na said ya mu sent signal bia me say law no kram ko share kwa na say mo nhwa kra keye because obi a wakosia law na say law dey ya adwuma ma law na ho kwan na nya adwuma ententia mo bebrebe na we will hit the street Messi street na so wo pe kwa mema baby abefa street bebre one kind o kwayan so na catch that GP Christian teto yo nu so ma posifu a mbebo ahoban na wanti bi a hit street ni ye me kwa me say me hit street na obi si me kwa ye be ha me mo kwa no mo hit street no mo kwa demonstration when they finish the demonstration and come the law is the law perform line to TV no so maka cho say dey ade na je say bia documents no me chesi na me chesi kwa so amenya eno akwa mfa so amenya ade we akamienu nyame adoma bande ye beto aso ye be kan ni nyina memu ahudie wom because we Ghana ni president dia no say kai oh we kude council of state ni committee no montina se nka ja chief justice na mu eno ye na de na liki obi anya bi na me so manya bi etu wo respond na copy wo copy no na no so ko enti eno ano no ekwa bia so menya bi we am there to TV so ultimate screenshot ultimate ya na so kai bi na de ko nyame ya adoma mande me ba de aka nyam beto TV no so no bia hu nsema egwom na me dia ya me nwanwa say chief justice response no asabno one respond yo no akoko to respond or the ma kufuado eno na me dwen ho a me ntiase no na do ne njoma ha mo ma dwen yepe wa dwen chira we sa wo respond na wo de ma akufado titu mu nti no one pam no e was at all cost President Mahama so the committee eno kwa President Mahama aya council of state and committee no ultime for so mo sa committee na amo ya adwuma ma akufado no sa committee ya wo sisi en so ene wo mo nya adwen I mean who does that